Okay, we have acceleration. Today's starting topic is acceleration. So, how we can define acceleration? What is acceleration? Yes,
It's the change in velocity.
yeah, change in velocity. Excellent. Yes. Okay. Great, excellent. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. So, what is change in velocity? How we can change velocity? So, velocity change means there are two things we can change. For example, with in velocity, one is speed, second one is direction. So, speed change means, for example, when you speed up or when you slow down. Yeah, when speed, for example, decreases, this is change in velocity. Correct? Second thing is, third thing is when you change direction. So acceleration is actually change in velocity, uh, change in speed, or change in direction. We have formula: acceleration is change in velocity or derivative of velocity. So acceleration is a vector quantity equal to dv by dt, or you can say del v over del t. So acceleration vector quantity. So we need to put arrow here. Same, we have the acceleration like average acceleration. So total change in velocity divided by total time taken. Yeah, final velocity minus initial velocity divided by final time minus initial time acceleration. Okay, signs of acceleration. So same like velocity, acceleration is a vector quantity. So positive possible, negative possible, and zero is also possible. Speed is increasing, so acceleration is positive. Speed is decreasing, acceleration is negative. But when acceleration is constant, sorry, when velocity is constant or means speed is constant, so then acceleration is zero, no change. Correct? Again, there is black window, so let me share again. Okay, so again, instantaneous acceleration. So acceleration at any instant of time, yeah, in small interval of time. So equal to what? Derivative of velocity. First, if we have, for example, position, let's suppose position x is equal to 2t square plus 1. So derivative of position, yeah, displacement, equal to what? Equal to velocity. But when you take second derivative, like d square x divided by d square, so this one equal to what? Acceleration. So derivative of velocity is instantaneous acceleration at any instant of time. So let's solve one two quiz example on acceleration. For example, in this question, the velocity of particle moving along x-axis varies according to the expression. Expression is given. Velocity expression. What is given? Given that Vx equal to 40 minus 50 t square. So velocity unit is meter per second. Correct? Okay.
Sir, it's 5t square.
Okay, 5t. Okay, wait 1 minute. Uh, when I share my screen, so then I can see your chat and I cannot, I can see who is entering to the chat. Okay, wait. Okay, it's 50t. So, okay, sorry. So we have velocity function equal to Vx equal to 4t minus 5t square. First of all, how to find the average acceleration and time interval given from t to 0, from t0 to 2 seconds. It means that this one is initial time and this one is final time. So how we can find average acceleration? So we can find average acceleration first by putting t value as, for example, ti is equal to 0. When you put t0 here, so vxi, it means initial velocity, 4t minus 5 into t is 0, so 0 square. This means only 40. When you put time, final time is equal to 2 seconds, so then final velocity equal to 40 minus 5 multiplied with time square means 2 square. This means 40 minus 2 square is 4, 4, 5 equal to what? 20.
20.
40 minus 20 is 20. Now we have time, we have final and initial acceleration of velocities, so we can find average acceleration. Average acceleration is equal to what? Vxf minus Vxi. X means it's along x-axis. So we have t final minus t initial. So final is 20 minus initial is 40 divided by what? Time, for example, final is 2 minus 0. This means that minus 20 divided by 2 and minus 20 divided by 2 is 10 meter per second square. Unit of acceleration is meter per second. What about B part? B part, find the acceleration at t is equal to 0. So when one time is given, this is instantaneous. At t is equal to 2. So find the acceleration. So we need to find the derivative. So to find derivative, we need what? We have Vx equal to what? 40 minus 5 into t square. So taking derivative du over dt, Vx, this one equal to acceleration. Acceleration derivative of a constant number 40 is 0 minus derivative of 5t square is 10t. Now put t is equal to what? T is given, t is equal to 2 seconds. So minus 10 multiplied with 2. So minus 10 multiplied with 2 is minus 20 meter per second square. Correct? First one is average velocity, second one is instantaneous velocity. So one question. If I send you the, uh, I mean the link for class, so did you receive the password for your link?
Professor, whenever you send us the link,
Yes.
so that link has the password itself.
So actually now it's a disturbance. When I, for example, I'm solving, I receive the entry, for example, permission. They want permission. Why I don't know, because I sent the password as well. So you can answer with the password.
Professor,
Yes.
there is in the setting there is something that you need to change. That when you change that, then there is no permission needed for the students to get in your class.
Okay. Okay. So thank you. Then I will change. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I don't know exactly where is that, but I know that there is a setting for that.
1 minute, because position given x is equal to 5 sine 12 pi t minus 3 pi plus 8 t square. X displacement or distance in meter and time in second. So what we need to find at position after 5 seconds. Just putting x is equal to t and t is equal to 5 in this equation. When you put x is equal to here t is equal to 5 in this equation, first one. Second one, find its instantaneous velocity. So for velocity, first of all, you need to take the derivative of this function, correct? So take the derivative, then put t is equal to 5. Third one, find its instantaneous acceleration. So if you take the derivative of x, become velocity, again you need to take the derivative. Then if you take the derivative, then instantaneous acceleration or simple acceleration. Clear? So in this way you can solve this one, but I'm not going to solve this one. If try this one, if you have problem, then we can discuss in office hour. Okay. We have equations, yeah, kinematic equation, but kinematic equations are only for particle under constant acceleration. When acceleration is changing, so it is very difficult to find the position and their speed. So therefore, for simplicity, for solving questions, what we consider, we assume that we are dealing with constant acceleration. So with constant acceleration, then we can find, if we know two or three variables, then we can find more variables. With the help of these equations, kinematic equation. There are three equations. Some books show four equation or five equation, and also their notation is different. Some show, for example, one type of notation, second type of notation, but three equation. And first equation is final velocity equal to initial velocity plus at square. Yeah, just sorry, at. This means that this vf, final velocity is a function of initial velocity, acceleration, and time. When three variables are given, like initial velocity given, acceleration given, and time given, then you can find final velocity. Second one is position or displacement, or you can say distance. Xf is equal to what? Xi plus Vit plus half Et square. So this one is actually final position. Yeah, you can say final displacement or displacement is a function of what? Is a function of initial velocity, time, and acceleration. When these three things are given, these three variables are given, initial velocity, time, and acceleration, you can find final displacement, yeah, final distance. Correct? Or you can say distance or height. Third one is Vf square is equal to Vi square plus 2As or 2Ax. This one. This one, final velocity, same. First one is final velocity, but when initial velocity, acceleration, and time given. Now, third equation is also final velocity, but in term of initial velocity, acceleration, and distance or displacement. I mean, three things given. And first, when you are given time with velocity and acceleration. Third one, when we are given, for example, initial velocity, acceleration, along with distance. In these three equations, these are very important because these three equations describe the relationship between position. You can see these are four, like position, time, velocity, and acceleration. These four things, these four variables. So they show relationship between these four variables. Okay, uh, in these, with the help of these three equations, for example, if current state is given, like current situation of a body is given, so then we can predict the position after, for example, 5 minutes, sometime like after 1 hour, after 2 hour, after 3 hour, initial position, time, velocity, acceleration given, so we can predict future, for example, future variables time, acceleration, position, and velocity or speed. So let's solve some questions on these three equations. First one, Vf is equal to Vi plus At. But if we are moving, for example, along the x-axis, so then we write like Vfx. This means that final velocity along x-axis. So Vix plus Axt. X means along x-axis, first equation. Second one, for example, we have xf is equal to vi xi plus vixt plus half axt square. Same third one, vfx square is equal to vi x square plus 2a, you can say s, or for example xf minus xi. This is actually change in displacement. But when you are moving, for example, a vertical motion along y-axis, so just notation change, like for first one, we can write vfy, viy plus ayg. Same these two. So just viy and vfy. For example, second one is we write for x-axis xf, so you can write yf. So this means final displacement along y-axis equal to these values. Okay, question number first. These some slides. These are the proof of these equation, but then you can study these one. Now our first question is, okay, a jet lands on an aircraft carrier at 140 mile per hour. It means 63 meter per second. Correct? This is initial velocity is given. What is its acceleration? Assume constant if it stop in 2 seconds due to an arresting cable that snag the jet and bring it to stop. What this means? For example, in this question, what is given? You need to write first given data. Given data is initial velocity is 60 meter per second, 63 meter per second. Okay. Okay, so this also given that after some time it stops. Stop means that final velocity will be 0. Time is also given, time is equal to 2 seconds. So first of all, find out acceleration. So how we can find acceleration? We can find acceleration with the help of formula, like we have Vf minus Vi divided by del T, or you can say Tf minus Ti. Vf is 0 minus Vi is 63 divided by time, total time is 2. So minus 63 divided by 2 equal to what? Equal to minus 31.5 meter per second square. Second one, if the jet touches down at position xi, starting position, let's suppose we consider that starting position, yeah, touching position is 0. What is its final position? For example, let's suppose this is ground. For example, aircraft touches at this position, and for example, moving after some time at start, this final velocity is 0. Let's suppose xi, this position. So we don't know xf, this displacement cover. When time is given, time is equal to what? Time is equal to 2 seconds. Initial velocity is also given. Initial velocity is 63. So how we can find? We can find by using second equation. Second equation we have xf is equal to xi plus vit plus half at square. Okay. Initial position is 0 plus initial velocity is 63 multiply with time, time is 2 plus half et square, where acceleration from this equation equal to what? Minus 31 multiply with t square, so t square is 2. So when you simplify this one, so 63 multiplied with 2 equal to what? 126. Plus with minus is minus, and 31 multiplied with 4. When you 2 square, 2 square is 4, so 4 multiplied with 31. Okay, 31 multiplied with 4 and then divided by 2 equal to 62. So this one is minus 62. So 126 minus 62 equal to what? Is 64 or 63. So 64, the meter, the final displacement, yeah, distance covered in 2 seconds. Clear? Okay. Next example. You can see this car and you know starting velocity given here. That starting velocity is 3 meter per second. Final velocity is 0. Okay, acceleration. Acceleration is minus 7 meter per second. So we don't know about what distance covered. What will be the distance covered? Initial velocity given, final velocity given, and also acceleration is given. So how we can find? So we can use for distance or displacement two equations, second equation and third equation. We have second equation like xf is equal to xi plus vit minus, sorry, plus half et square. So when you transfer xi to this side, so xf minus xi equal to vit plus et square. So delta, yeah, xf minus xi is delta x. So you can use this equation. Okay, sorry. And third one, you can use this equation. We have third equation, vf square. Vf square is equal to vi square plus 2a into delta x, or you can say delta x r s. So which one is easy? You can use this one and you can use first one. Sorry, this equation, delta x and this one. So which one you can use according to given condition? Can we use this first one? The second one, this one, delta x is equal to vit plus half et square. Or can we use this one? Vf square is equal to vi square plus 2a delta x. Yes.
Second one.
Okay. Yes. You can use first one, this one as well. But in this, time is not given.
Yeah,
So first you need to find the time, then you can use this one. But in second one, vf square, vi square plus 2a delta x. So automatically we are also given, for example, we are given final velocity, initial velocity, and also we know acceleration. So you can use this equation, vf square, so vf is 0, so 0 square, vi square, vi is 30, 30 square plus 2a. What is a? A is given minus 7 multiply with delta x. First of all, transfer 30 square to other side, so plus become minus, and 30 square is minus 900. 2 multiply with minus 7, minus 14 into delta x. So if you divide both sides by minus 14, so delta x equal to what? Minus this 14 cancel, minus 900 divided by 14. Okay.
64.2.
Yes, 64.2. So this cover is minus 62 point, minus 62.4. Yes,
64.2, sir.
64.2 minus 64.2. Clear?
And it's positive, sir.
Yes, yes, distance. So distance is always positive. So you can write plus. Okay, now try this question. Give me 1 minute. I'm busy and you need to try this question. Okay.